Monsieur Revuet rode through the moonlit countryside on a journey from his home village of Solimar to Abbaye du Vieilley, an old windmill's eerie silhouette looming ahead. Suddenly, a ghostly woman with flowing dark hair and a shimmering white gown emerged from the mist. Their eyes met briefly, but as he reached out, she vanished, leaving him grasping at air and pondering the encounter as he continued his vital errand to the abbey. The knight rested at the abbey during the day, his sleep haunted by visions of the spectral maiden. Hoping to see her again, he was surprised to encounter a fierce and terrible dragon at the old windmill instead. The beast lunged at him, but as he struck out with his sword, it vanished just as the figure had the previous night. Perturbed and disappointed, he returned to the village, his heart heavy with many unanswered questions. Determined to see the ghost again, the noble returned to the windmill the following night. He was delighted when she appeared, and even more so when she seemed glad to see him too. This time, she drew near enough for him to speak with her. He asked her name, and she replied,
Amy.
Again, he reached for her and she just disappeared. With a mix of joy and disappointment, he headed for home once more. That day he dreamed of Amy, but this time it seemed that the dragon was attacking her. That night he headed back to the place where he and Amy first met. This time he saw her running in terror, pursued by the dragon. The sight was so disturbing that the man's horse reared up, throwing him from the saddle. With the clatter and clanging of metal, he landed on the ground. As before, the dragon disappeared, but Amy remained. Painfully, he was able to get to his feet once more. It was then that she asked him to return home to rest and made him promise to come to see her again the next night. He returned to his home and slept peacefully. As he had promised, he made his way back to the old windmill. There Amy was waiting for him. Once he had dismounted, she related to him this tale.
I was jilted by my would-be husband on our wedding day. Heartbroken, I left and followed the trail to the abbey. By the time I reached the rundown windmill, it was late at night. Exhausted, I didn't notice the dragon lurking behind the old structure. When I finally saw it, I tried to flee, but the beast was upon me too quickly. I tried in vain to fend off the attack, but soon I lost consciousness. Sometime later, a knight came looking for me, but he couldn't find me. Instead, he encountered the monster that had taken my life. He fought valiantly, eventually slaying the fiend. Since then, my attacker and I have been caught up in an unending conflict, bound by tragedy and fate. Please, sir, take my remains and give me a proper burial at the abbey. Only then will I be free from this curse that binds me to this realm.
The monsieur did as she asked him. He took Amy's body, that lay in the swamp where she fell, and buried it in an unmarked grave, placing a gravestone to mark where she was laid to rest. In the distance, under the shadow of the old windmill, a sigh of relief could be heard as Amy's apparition faded for one last time into the dawn's light.
If you enjoy our content, please press like and subscribe as well.